Hello, today we're going to look at the LEM MotivAir Road Helmet, one of the brand's most intriguing offerings into the US market. It uses some interesting design cues that make it really, really lightweight. Let's take a look. This is the LEM MotivAir, not edible. Now, if you're really into cycling, odds are you've heard of LEM. It's an Italian brand that got started back in the 70s making motorcycle helmets, but it's just now getting a foothold in the US market and actually moved their headquarters to Northern California. And this is a really, really interesting product launch for the US market, and I think they did a really good job. So what makes the MotivAir so special? Well, it's all about weight and ventilation. This helmet weighs 220 grams, which is not the absolute lightest helmet you'll find, but it is among the very lightest. It also has 23 vent channels, which means it circulates air really well and keeps the rider cool, and it accomplishes that because of a unique design element. According to LEM, they've essentially turned the helmet inside out. I don't know exactly what that means, but the crux of it is they've created an exocarbon shell, which you can see right here, and that basically puts the structure of the helmet on the outside. So this exocarbon shell is really lightweight, gives the helmet structure, and according to LEM, allows them to use low density EPS foam on the inside. Typically in these helmets, you'll find high density EPS foam. The key difference, low density versus high density, is gonna be weight. Helmet's the same size, density's down, that means the weight has to go down. So I've been using this helmet for the last few months across the summer, and what I've noticed is it is indeed very, very, very light. It's really nice to ride in. It is very well ventilated, definitely keeps me cool. I also think it looks pretty cool. It's not overly, orby or stick out on the head like a beer cooler. It's a pretty sleek design. It has cool reflective hit on the back for safety. It's got your basic dial closure system and a buckle. The only thing I'd note, the only thing I didn't really like about this helmet is as you tighten it, the way it compresses the head kind of pushes into the forehead a little bit. Just don't over tighten it. It's common sense, but that's one thing to note. However, I do think LEM knocked it out of the park when it comes to weight and aesthetic. It's a really cool looking helmet and it really, really is light. So the helmet looks great. It is really light. You should note that it is $225. So when you consider the weight and the price, this helmet is probably not for you if you're just going for weekend rides around town. It's definitely not for you if you're gonna take it off, your bike off of trail. But if you go on serious road rides several times a week and you're in the saddle for hours at a time, those grams count and it might be worth the investment. Worth noting, there is no MIPS or slip layer in this. The brand claims its combination of the carbon exo shell and the low density EPS foam helps protect against rotational impacts. Obviously, we haven't tested that. I'm not about to go ride into a wall just for the sake of this video, but like any helmet, it has to surpass any sort of safety standards, so I trust that it's a safe helmet. Does not have a slip layer. Mostly what LEM is pinning this on is the really lightweight. It's the LEM MotivAir. It launches at the end of this summer, 2019, August, for $225. There's a full write-up on GearJunkie.com of my experience with the LEM MotivAir helmet. Click the link in the description. And then while you're down there, like, comment, and subscribe. Or don't comment. Sometimes you just shouldn't comment.